Hi, I want to talk to you today about BlackBerry. Do you remember BlackBerry? They used to be this massive organization that was taking over the world with their handheld devices. They developed this great way of communicating using devices and texting, which evolved into the smartphone. You were able to access applications, get your corporate email, calendar, instant messaging with coworkers. There's couples out there that got divorced because they were always spending time on their BlackBerry. They also created this wonderful back-end system called the BlackBerry Enterprise Server, which allowed for the integration of their handheld devices within organizations. This was amazing technology because nobody else could integrate their smartphones with businesses. So BlackBerry cornered the market and allowed people to get their email, their work email, while they're sitting at home without all this massive technology. Yeah, at a price, of course, which made them profitable. Now, I don't know if you remember BlackBerry, and some days I wonder if they even still exist. But every once in a while, they pop up in the news with some ridiculous idea or really bad decision. I used to work for BlackBerry, and I remember being proud working for that organization. They were in their prime, making all kinds of money, expanding offices. And when I first came on board at BlackBerry, which was Research in Motion at the time, one of my first questions I asked them was, what's the business plan of this organization? What's the strategic objectives, strategy? And the look on their faces was like, what the hell are you talking about? What are these fancy words you're using? Oh, we just have a great product. People buy it. We keep making it. They ask for this. We put it in. And they buy it. Well, not exactly like that. But it seemed very much like I got that kind of response. And they didn't seem to really care about their customers. During my time working for BlackBerry, I never really saw much interfacing with any kind of markets to understand their customer user base. Although I was told there's lots of studies going on. But when I asked them about their business plan, they told me that the organization changes on a regular basis, so they can't have anything locked down. So there is no business plan. They just go with the flow. Well, BlackBerry, how did that strategy work out for you? A company that was ranking in all kinds of cash, that used to hold concerts and give out leather jackets to their employees, could barely afford to park their car in their own parking lot. Right now, BlackBerry stock is a little over $1 of their operating costs. That's insane. So where did BlackBerry go wrong? Well, let's start with the playbook. Right? Apple, Samsung are all releasing this amazing tablet, bright, vivid display, tons of applications. You can do all kinds of things with them. What does BlackBerry do? They take their sweet time and 2 years later start to join the market. Okay, number one, you're not on the ball. BlackBerry, you're late coming to the game. And what does your first playbook do? Well, it breaks. Does everyone remember that? I think the numbers were like close to 50% of the product release came back in returns because they were broken. It didn't work right. I mean, you're going to try to compete against Apple, who is the founder of quality, and you're going to come out with something cheap, cutting corners? Like, that was mistake number one. Mistake number two, and this is really, really huge. This is BlackBerry's main product, the BlackBerry Enterprise Server, which allows BlackBerry to connect their devices with corporate systems. So you could get your email, your calendar, talk to other people, collaborate within the working environment. Do you think their playbook would connect to a business and people could use it in business? No. That was the core of your organization, BlackBerry. That was your market. And you ticked them off on day one saying, oh, we're not making this for you. We're making it for everybody else, for the at-home user. And you know what? We're not going to even give you any apps. Apps were extremely limited. You couldn't do anything with it. That was mistake number 3. So BlackBerry, this great company that you could connect your devices, get your email, get your calendar, use it at work, bring your work home. Comes out with this tablet that you can't use for work. Really? I mean, really, BlackBerry. What were you thinking? Right? So those were major, major mistakes. But here's BlackBerry. No business plan, which once John Chen came in, he implemented because the stakeholders, shareholders of the organization, were saying, how can any business succeed without a business plan? Without understanding the overall direction? How do you navigate a ship where you don't know where it's going? And you know what BlackBerry would tell their internal employees? Well, the market's always changing. So we don't need a business plan because by the time we write a business plan, we have to change it again because the market has changed. Well, from when I worked there over 10 years ago and looking at the markets today, how much have they really changed when it comes to tablets and smartphones? I mean, technology is just getting better and improving. You got different sizes. You have different applications to do more, to do anything. Has it really changed that much? I think technology has just been getting better, but the market is still the same. And companies who do have a business plan have been really, really successful. So I do have to hand it to John Chen. He did a great job keeping them from taking those final dips, and he brought the stock back up a few notches. But now, what is BlackBerry doing? What are you doing, BlackBerry? Well, this is what you're doing. You're going to violate the privacy of your customers. John Chen states that we should, as an organization for BlackBerry, adhere to reasonable police requests. Okay, what are your competitors doing, John? You have Apple, you have Samsung that are fighting back against the government, against the police, saying we're not going to violate the privacy. They're not going to violate the rights of their customers. They're going to adhere to their privacy, which the company should do. And John, what are you doing? You're saying, hey, our customers, we don't give a shit about your privacy. We don't care about you. If the police ask us, yeah, we're going to unlock your device. We're going to give them access to your activity. Is that going to sustain your organization, John? You think that's going to bring people to you? Start buying more products? I don't think so, John. And what else are you doing, John? You're going to discontinue your operating system. So now, BlackBerry is just a smartphone maker. You're going to build your devices to work on Android. Well, let's see, John. How well did that work for Nokia? Sorry, who? Who's Nokia? I don't know. And that's what people are going to be saying about BlackBerry. Let's just put BlackBerry out of its misery now. Let's call in the squad and launch our missiles. BlackBerry, continue to make bad choices, bad leadership decisions, and your company is suffering from it. To everybody else out there, learn from these mistakes. Listen to your customers. Make sure you have a business plan within your organization and that you understand the strategic objectives and how what you're doing in your department aligns with those strategic objectives. If your organization or anyone in your organization can't answer those simple, basic questions, then take a look at BlackBerry.